The new Premier League season has begun and some teams have got off to a great start. Like Aston Villa, who are third in the league, Newcastle, who are fifth, and Chelsea, who are slowly becoming their old selves again. But one team that's not had a good start is Wolves. They sat rock bottom of the Premier League after losing 4 of their opening 5 games and conceding a total of 14 goals. And considering they've had solid finishes in the Prem over the last 5 years, I now know who my first rebuild of FC25 is going to be. As today, I'm taking in charge of Wolverhampton Wanderers with one goal in mind, and that is to, by the end of this video, make them the world's best club. Guys, welcome to the first rebuild of FC25. Now this one is special, not just because it's the first, it's because this is the first rebuild where we are absolutely safe from sacking without mods, man. If you think I'm turning this setting off for any rebuild or takeover going forward, you must be off your rocket. But anyway guys, we are rebuilding Wolves and this is the team that we've loaded into. And honestly, I can see why they're in a bit of a rut right now, but they shouldn't be rock bottom. I mean, they've got João Gomes, a CDM who's 23, 78 overall. He's a bit of a beast. There's fellow Brazilian Matheus Cunha, only 25, 79 rated already. He's a decent player too. And of course, Rayan Aït-Nouri, whose name I've definitely just butchered, but he's a solid player as well. But the problem is, this defensive lineup have conceded 14 goals so far from 5 games. That's the joint highest amount of goals conceded alongside Everton. Another thing I will say, guys, we have got a pretty aging team on our hands with Wolves. If we are to survive our first season in the Prem, we are going to have to confront this problem and confront it now. But in all honesty, we've got a healthy budget to work with, 45 million to be exact. So I reckon by the end of this transfer window, this team will not just be ready to survive the Premier League, but we're aiming for a lower to mid-table finish. But we do have to sort their tactics out, because clearly in real life they aren't bloody working, so we are going to be using the counter for at least 1 or 2 seasons. They're conceding too many goals, so if we soak up the pressure and hit on the break, it might work for us. We're also using the 4-2-1-3 formation. This is a makeshift 4-2-3-1 from last year with 2 CDMs, a cam, and a couple of wingers alongside a striker up top. And these will be our play tactics. Our front 4 will mostly remain up top, with Cunha being our playmaker. Lamine is going to be our holding DM, whilst Gomez is our deep line playmaker, so he's still going to be involved with the balls going forward. And after messing around with the team a bit, this is, in my opinion, our strongest starting 11 prior to the transfer window being open, and this does not fill me with confidence, guys. We've got a lot of work to do to get Wolves out of the rut they're in. And honestly, 45 mil isn't going to be enough to sort that out, so we're going to have to be pretty busy in this transfer window. So with that being said, I have put quite a few people on the transfer list. Some players I'm selling because they're either too old or I don't want them in the team anymore, but I am also learning players out that won't get game time but have got decent amount of potential. And hopefully by the time they're all sold, that 45 mil will be closer to 60 to 70 million, and then we can really get started on rebuilding Wolves. And there we go. As you can see, I have for the most part got rid of everybody on that transfer list. And that gives us 74 mil now to spend. Guys, we can seriously splash the cash. Now, as we look at the team after we sold a couple of players, we definitely need a better right back than Lima. A 68 rated right back in the Prem will get torn apart. We need a better goalie than Sarr, and certainly a better winger than Forbes. I know that this guy is only young 20 and he's got a bag full of potential, but he's not even our player at the minute. He's currently on loan to us right now from Ajax, and to be honest, he's 70 overall. He won't be able to do it for us in the Prem, so it's time to find players that can. Starting with the keeper, guys, and we need someone that can keep us out of a relegation scrap if it comes to that, and there's nobody better at doing that than Jordan Pickford, 30 years old, 83 overall, criminally underrated in my opinion. And that's exactly why I've just spent 28 million making Pickford our first signing. And look at this, Alexander Isak's moved to Bayer Leverkusen. At least that's one less striker we have to worry about in the Prem. But speaking of attackers, we still need to sort our left winger position out, don't we? As we've already discussed, Forbes just ain't it. And for that reason, I've just spent 14 million on left winger Andy Baranaxi. Only 22, already 76 overall, got some really decent stats for the Premier League as well, with a bag of potential to go with it. The only problem is we've got 25 mil left in our budget, but the player I want for our right back position may just be a little bit too much. As I'm after signing Juan Foyth from Villarreal, in his mid-20s, 80 overall, got Premier League experience already, plus if I choose to, I could easily convert into a centre back and he might even go up and overall. But he's worth between 29.5 and 23 3.6. So if we are to make this deal happen, I reckon I'm going to have to throw a player into this deal. So with that being said, I'm offering 18 mil alongside Gene Ricknett Balgard. I mean, he's worth 6 mil. So overall, this is 24 million. I am really hoping they accept this. Okay, they want 23.9 and they don't want the player. Okay, this might be bad. Could we get them with someone else? Maybe Pablo Sarabia would be a good fit. And if we just increase the price to maybe 19 million, they might go for that. Are they going to accept this? Oh my days, they didn't want him either. Come on, Villarreal, you're not that freaking big of a club. This is the last chance, I think. 19 mil alongside 8 million Tommy Doyle. I don't want to throw Tommy Doyle into this, but I feel like this might get the deal over the freaking line. Oh my god, they don't even want him. We're going to have to find someone else. For God's sake, Villarreal, you greedy gits. To be fair though, after looking a little bit on the transfer market, I might have found a better alternative. Thiago Santos from Lille. He's 22, he's 77 rated, and he's worth between 26 and 21 million. I'm offering 19 mil and Sarabia. We can always throw Cunha or Guedes in that cam roll, but for now, I want Santos. They only want a 1% selling clause. Done and dusty. Thank God for that. And just like that, guys, Thiago Santos is now a Wolves player. And I've just this second noticed this. He's actually Portuguese, so he goes in quite well with Wolves' heritage of buying Portuguese players. Now, granted, we do have 7 million to spend, but that's our transfer window done and dusted. I'm going to use that money to renew contracts and, of course, sort our coaching system out to get our players improving at a faster rate. But, guys, I'm looking at the team now, and I'm feeling somewhat confident going into this campaign, man. I mean, our defense is still a bit shaky, but we've added a lot of youth to it. We've added experience in between the sticks, and we've definitely improved our front four. The big question for Season 1, though, guys, are we going to do better than them in real life, or are we going to do worse and get sent straight down to the Championship? But, guys, before we find out, if you're enjoying the first rebuild of FC25 on this channel, make sure you drop this video a like and smash that subscribe button if you're new around here. Okay, guys, Season 1's wrapped up. In these stats, I'm looking at them, and I'm confident that we've done pretty well. I don't think we've got a top 10 finish by any stretch, but we definitely aren't relegated. I mean, come on, look at the morale, sharpness, and improvement in these players. Unfortunately, in FC25, it doesn't show you how much they've gone up, but you can clearly tell there's been a lot of improvement. I mean, Pickford, Santos, Nuri, I mean, Cunha as well, 82 overall, that's really good. And so is our finish in the Prem. We are actually top 10 in Season 1. Wolverhampton Wanderers Board of Directors, you know where to find me, lads. Seriously though, for Season 1, that is phenomenal. We finished above United when in hindsight, I thought the best we'd do is mid-table. However, we didn't have a very good FA Cup run as we only made it to round 4. And I think the less said about the Carabao Cup, the better. Oh my days. At least we finished top 10 in the Premier League. That's what I'm taking from this season. And one other thing I'm taking from this season, we scored more than we conceded. I mean, it was only by 2 goals, but the fact of the matter is, the signings that we made to our defence and bringing Pickford in worked. I think to do better next year, though, we have to replace our centre-back partnership, man. 279 rated centre-backs is definitely letting the team down. And with Lamina being 31 years old, it might be a decent idea to replace him too. But if in only one season with Wolves, we can get them a top 10 finish, could you imagine what we can do with them in 5 seasons? Now, guys, we've just arrived into Season 2, and as you can see, I have already been busy selling players, loaning players out, gathering as much funds as possible to try and aim for a top 6 finish this year. And I think I've done a good job too. We've got 107 million to spend, guys. If last year we finished 9th with the team we've got, once we're done with it this year, there's no reason why we can't get top 6 football. Now, looking at the team, there's 2 obvious positions we need to sort out, our CDM and our centre-back, because we sold the 2 previous players that were in those positions. But I'm also going to be signing a striker because Guedes can only improve in 31 weeks. That, for me, isn't good enough, especially when you're only 78 overall. And considering my goal this year is to get this team European football for Season 3, I feel like this is exactly what we've got to do. However, we're going to go back to front, and I want to sign Ousmane Diomande. Now, I know what you're thinking, this would never happen, but just hear me out for a second. Just look at the players Diamande's got to compete with. Calafiori, he's got to compete with William Saliba and Jurrien Timber. I mean, it's a 1 in 3 chance he's going to get a place in that starting team because there's no way Saliba's being dropped. But as you can see with our centre-backs, he would be our best by a country mile, which therefore means he's going to get game time every single game of the season. And considering his contract wasn't expiring, we've just got the bargain of the century, only having to spend 32 million to sign Diomande. And just look at that back four now. I know Bueno's got a little bit of catching up to do, but I've seen his development plan, and honestly, it's looking pretty solid. But I'm not quite done yet, guys, as I've just spent 40 million big ones on Morten Hjulmand. He's in his mid-20s, 82 overall, and standing at 6'1". He's literally the perfect replacement for Lamine. But I think I might have overspent on him, guys, because we've got 27 million left in our budget, and there's one more player that I want to sign. And that is Jorge Mikau-Tadze from Olympic Lyon. I've definitely got that name wrong, but he's in his mid-20s himself, almost 80 overall, but he'll cost between 35 and 28 million. So you know what that means, don't you, guys? We're going to have to throw a player into this deal, and the player I'm throwing into it is our current starting striker, Gonçalo Guedes. 30 million transfer offer. Are they going to go for it? Oh, they only want $1.5 million more. That's fantastic. Get in! And just like that, guys, we've got our striker. We may have just skinted ourselves, but God, it was worth it. Look at how good this team is heading into our second year with Wolves, man. I mean, the best thing is as well, because of how young this team is, they're only going to get better. But in FC24, there was a thing of doing well one season and then crashing the season directly after. So is that going to be our case this time, or are we actually going to take that leap with Wolves into European football? Unfortunately not, guys. We've had a stinker this year. 12th in the Premier League. Come on, man. We actually had a far superior team to last year, but we've done worse. I honestly thought we were making good progress with Wolves, man, but as it turns out, we still got a long way to go with them. I mean, for God's sake, we got knocked out straight away in the FA Cup by Hull City. And West Brom knocked us out of the Carabao Cup. Honestly, this season's been a massive L. But when you look at the team, you've got to wonder what exactly went wrong, because this team should be nowhere near mid-table. It should be in the top 10, maybe even top 8 for that matter. I will say this, though, if it wasn't for our new striker, Mikau-Tadze, Jesus, we'd have been relegated. 34 goal contributions in 42 games is genuinely outstanding. But looking at the other stats, it doesn't look like many other attackers actually helped him out. Where the hell's our right winger? Oh, he's there. He played 40 games and only got 8 goal contributions. That is genuinely beyond poor. Maybe that's what we focus on next year, man, because if Gomez and Barrenetxea actually did a better job like Mikau-Tadze did, maybe would have actually got a top 10 finish again. But that is, of course, budget depending. We've had a stinker over a year, man, so if the board actually do end up backing us again, I'll be very surprised. But guys, as we enter season 3, I have been thinking maybe it's not the players' fault, maybe it's something to do with the tactics, because as we all know, FC25 is definitely more in depth when it comes to that. So instead of playing counter-attacking football, we are now pressing the same formation, same build-up play, but much more aggressive. As for our attackers' playing roles, Gomez and Barrenetxea are now inside forward, so they're going to be much more involved in our attacking play. Now, obviously, that throws a spanner in the works because I was going to replace Gomez and Barrenetxea with better wingers. However, I do feel like this year we do still need to bolster our defense because it's still not up to scratch. Specifically, Santiago Bueno. I mean, he's 27, 81 overall. I've seen his development plan. I think that's about as good as he's going to get now. The good news is, though, we've got 74 million to spend. So, honestly, I feel like we just blow all of this on one really good centre-back. And I think I found him, guys. Odilon Kasunu from Bayer Leverkusen, mid-20s, 84 overall. Look at his stats as well, man. 86 pace, 84 defending, 83 physicality. Yeah, you better believe I'm signing him up. So that is exactly what I did, as I spent 49 million on it. We do still have 19 million to spend. However, once we sorted all the contracts out and improved our coaching system, I reckon we're going to have about 5 million left. Plus, for the time being, at the very least, I think we're okay to leave the team like this, especially with our new tactics. I honestly feel like Season 3 is going to be our best one yet. Well, I certainly hope so anyway, because I want to get European football for Season 4, man. If we don't, honestly, we're going to be in a bit of a pickle, because I won't know where to go from here. But okay, this is looking promising. The stats look far better than last year, albeit they're not amazing, but Mikau-Tadze, fair play, 25 and 3 and 43. What a player he's turned into. But Matheus Cunha got 19 goal contributions, 15 for Gomez, 13 for Barrenetxea. I mean, his overall is amazing, but he's not really doing it, is he? But it has to be said, guys, this team on paper is looking phenomenal, man. We hadn't better have finished mid-table, I swear to God. Okay, I did not see this coming. We've won the Premier League with Wolves in Season 3, beating City 2 by 2 points. I am fully in disbelief right now. All we did was signed a much better centre-back and mess with the the tactics. It must have been the tactics, man. They must have had a direct impact on how we played. It really does look like tactics in career mode are going to play a big part in your team's success. Make sure you stay on top of this, guys. We even made it to round 5 of the FA Cup. Fair play, Huddersfield knocked us out and we should have battered them, but still, that's definitely an improvement. We're still absolutely terrible in the Carabao Cup, though. Palace knocked us out in round 3. But man, I still can't get over the fact we won the Premier League. You know what this means, don't you? We've got Champions League football for season 4. And whilst this team might be crowned the best team in England right now, I still feel like there's work to do before we are called the best team in the world. But because we're the best team in England, the board have backed us and then some. 169 million to be exact. And as daft as this sounds, if we spend this money right, we genuinely could win the Champions League in our first attempt. But like I've just said, we got to spend it right, and I feel like that means leaving our front 4 alone. Gomez and Baranaxia have been shaky, but I feel like this year they will step up. Thiago Santos, on the other hand, I feel like his time in the starting 11 is up. He's 82 overall, the weakest link in the entire team, and we can't afford that in the UCL. The same applies to Gomez as well, and this breaks me up because he's been with us since the beginning, but he's 83 overall. His development plan isn't showing any more signs of improvement, so I feel like we've got to get someone better. And a better second choice keeper won't go amiss. I mean, we've got Sam Johnston, who's 34, Jose Sarr, who's joining Southampton when the transfer window actually opens. We need someone better. And once we take care of all that, we might just be looking at the future crowned best team in the world. But we've got to get there first, and I feel like signing Ismail Bennacer from Aston Villa is a great way to start. 29, 86 overall. He's well within our budget too. And plus, given the fact we won the Premier League last year, I reckon he'd be up for joining us. And as it turns out, I was absolutely right. All I had to do is spend 58 million on him. And there he is in the starting 11. Now we just need to find a better right back than Santos, and we're almost done. But not only have I found someone better than Santos, I can sign Achraf Hakimi and massively decrease Man City's chances of winning the Premier League. I mean, he's 86 overall, 28 years old. Unless they sign Trent Alexander-Arnold or someone, they aren't going to get a better right back than him. But we certainly are, as we've just spent 65 million on Achraf Hakimi. Admittedly though, I forgot about the keeper. We've only got 9 million to spend. To be fair though, I've just found this free agent keeper, Anton Hamalainen. He's 6'1", 120, 81 rated already for a free agent. I really can't complain at this. So I just signed him up for absolutely nothing to conclude our transfer window. And look at the state of this team now, man. Our weakest link is Diomande, and he's still got so much time to improve. But guys, we're in the big leagues now. We're officially in the Champions League. This is the new format, and it's actually the first time I'm seeing it in FC 25. It looks really good, to be fair. All 36 teams are part of the Champions League are in this table. But it is hoping we can finish in the top 8. That's what we need to do to qualify automatically. I don't really fancy the playoff rounds. One way or another, though, guys, we've done all we can with this team, so hopefully they can take care of the rest and do the job in the UCL. But we're going to have to put the UCL on the back burner for a second. We've dropped to 3rd in the Premier League. We do still have Champions League football next year, which is a good thing, but Jesus, City ran away with it this season. And that's even after taking Achraf Hakimi off them, one of the best fullbacks on the game. But look at this, we've won the Community Shield, beating Liverpool 3-0. And we've won the FA Cup. Oh my God, we're on smoke this year. We even made the quarters of the Carabao Cup before losing to Spurs. Oh my days. We're moving swiftly on to the Champions League in hopes we've done better there. But looking at the table, we didn't make it through automatically. I feel like 10th place. I think that's the playoffs. I think 9th to 16th is the playoffs. And I was right, guys, but we just scraped past FC Porto. Bloody hell, Leverkusen were in the playoffs, Liverpool were in the playoffs, fair enough. But it was all for nothing because I feel like that Inter Milan, they knocked us out in the round of 16, 3-2 on aggregate. Oh, that's a shame, innit? All that for that. Having said that, though, this team has come on leaps and bounds this year. I mean, it's mental when Diomande is the weakest link in the team and he's 85 overall. And oh my God, look at these stats. 41 and 8 for Mikau Tadzi. Jesus Christ, I thought Gyökeres was the best striker on this game, but apparently he's a close second. Matheus Cunha with 21 and 14 this time, 16 and 3 for Rodrigo Gomez, 16 and 9 for Baranaxia. Our front 4 have finally turned up. But that does beg the question though, where do we go from here with Wolves, man? This team is already an insane world-class team, but how do we get them to become the best in the world? We'll have to wait and see what budget we're working with, but the only thing I can think of is going all out on another centre-back to replace Diomande, because as you can see, he is indeed the weakest link in the team. Now guys, as we enter Season 5, we've got just under 200 million to spend. But I'm not spending it on a better centre-back than Diomande. It'll only take him 16 weeks to become an 86 rated centre-back. I feel like it'd just be a pointless transfer. However, I have been looking at our bench. We could do with a better backup striker. We haven't got any backup wingers or cams, so we'll also put money into that. Maybe another backup centre-back as well, but apart from that, guys, there's nothing else we can do to improve this team. So this time we're starting front to back, as I'm bringing Federico Chiesa in as a backup option for either Barrenetxea or Gomez. 84 overall, 30. Some reason he's playing for Bournemouth as well. But not for long, guys, as I've just spent 45 million on him. But look at this, according to Fabrizio Romano, my job at Wolves is in jeopardy. Does he not realise I can't get sacked anymore? But back to business, guys. I'm after a second choice striker, and John Duran is perfect. Only 24 and 83 rated, and his contract's running out too. And because of this, we just got a bargain, only having to spend 30 million on him. So now we have our backup striker, our backup winger. We just need a backup attacking midfielder and we are good to go. And guys, I found one, but he was not cheap at all, as I've just had to spend 64.5 million on Brejan Grude. 84 overall at only 24 years old. Not only are we strengthening Wolves right now, we are building their future up and then some. And to be honest, guys, I don't think we need to do any more than that. The starting 11 is phenomenal, and let's be honest, the bench is spectacular as well. But the big question for this season, have we done enough to win the Champions League? Last year, we qualified from the league stage via the playoffs, and then we got knocked out in the round of 16 by Inter Milan. But this time, it is a far superior and more experienced team than it was this time last year, so he is hoping that will make the difference. But it's done nothing for us in the Premier. If anything, we've done worse. We are 5th in the league now. We aren't even in the Champions League next year. We're playing freaking Europa League football. Honestly, from winning the Premier League to 2 years later, not even scraping top 4. That's just abysmal. And to top it off, City won the Community Shield, beating us to do it this time. And we just missed out on the FA Cup final as Brentford knocked us out in the semis. But get this, we've won the Carabao Cup with Wolves beating Chelsea to do it. So that means at this point, we've almost won everything you can win with Wolves. I say almost everything, I mean the UCL, is this time we actually do make it through. First time we finished 7th in the table, which guarantees us knockouts football. And this time we're into the quarters after battering Leverkusen 3-0. And we're in the semis after beating Juve. We could be playing City, Napoli or Newcastle. And oh my god, it's going to be an all-English final no matter what. And it's going to be us versus City. Napoli lost to us 3-1 on aggregate. City beat Newcastle. Guys, it is indeed going to be an all-English final. And you know what? I fancy our chances against them. Gavi's on the wing. They haven't got a decent left back or right back. I mean, Burns is their CDM too. I reckon we're going to tear these guys apart. Especially when Cunha and Macau Tadzi get on the ball. 38 and 6 for him. 29 and 8 for Cunha. What a pair of players these guys turned into. And we're going into our first UCL final with this starting 11. What a team we have created, ladies and gents. In only 5 years as well. I mean, there's literally no weakness in this team, man. Our weakest player is Diomande, who again, 86 overall. That's not a weakness. But as I've already said, we've almost won everything we can with Wolves at club level, apart from one trophy, the Champions League. And all we got to do to win that is beat Manchester City. But it's finally time, guys. The first UCL final of FC25 on this channel. I swear to God, if we lose our first game, I'm going to be livid. Here comes Phil Foden. Good defending, Diomande. Matheus Cunha is on the ball. Okay, fancies a roll. Referee! What's that about? Yellow card for that. You must be joking, man. That's a red every day of the week. City coming forward once again with Phil Foden. We're continuing them really well. Good save, Pickford. Hey, Nuria's on the ball now. Okay, we're going to find Cunha. Oh, that's a gorgeous ball. I see that run. Mikhail Tadzi, nope. Can he get there? No, he can't. He's quick, but he know that freaking quick. Cunha's on the ball now. Okay, he's going to try and find Barrenetxea. He's found him, to be fair. We've got a bit of room to run into. Mikhail Tadzi, get a bit of room. Right foot shot. God, good save. I see that run over. Oh my God, this could be gorgeous. Bloody hell, Ederson. Stop coming off your line. That would have been a phenomenal way to start the second half, but here we come once again. I see that run in in the middle. Mikau Tadzi, surely this is 1-0. Thank you. 53 minutes in, we finally take the lead. Mikau Tadzi with the goal. Beautiful ball from Gomez. He takes a first touch. He doesn't even look up and he smashes it into the back of the net. But it is nowhere near over yet, guys. We need at least one more goal just to be safe. We've got Baranax here on the ball. Okay, this could be good. Mikau Tadzi on the ball. Can he take a shot? It's blocked. Yulmand, I see that run. Hakimi. Oh, look at the room Hakimi's got. I tell you what, I see that run though. Can he get his head onto it? It's still alive. Gomez, nah. We are absolutely killing Man City at the minute. Look at Hakimi as well. Mikau Tadzi. Oh, this could be it. Oh my days. How many shots are we going to have before we get another one? Here come Man City though. I swear, if they get a goal after all the domination we've just had, I'm going to be absolutely livid. We've just got to hold on for a little bit longer. Boot it up the pitch. There's the full-time whistle. We have made Wolverhampton Wanderers the best team in the world. My days, that was squeaky bum time. Mikau Tadzi with the only goal of the game in the 54th minute. It's taken us 5 years in total, but our first rebuild of FC25 is officially done. Wolves have won the Champions League. And that means my mission with Wolves is complete. I do hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, be sure to leave it a like. Smash that subscribe button if you're new around here and want to see more FC25 rebuilds and FIFA content. But in the meantime, click right here because YouTube recommends you watch this video of mine.